Hey y'all, it's Miss Morgan, and welcome to Building Vocabulary Week 2. So what we're going to start out by doing is titling our notes, Building Vocab Week 2. And of course, you know, vocab is just short for vocabulary, so Building Vocabulary Week 2. And just as we did our last notes, we're going to start out by drawing a circle in the center of our page and adding our prefixes in. Our prefixes are ad, a, ac, af, ag, an, are, at, and as. And the meaning is to, toward. So we're going to draw a box around this so we know what the meaning is. Can everybody see that well? And again, if you need to pause the video at any time, feel free. If the notes get to be going too fast, you can pause it and start back up at any time. So we're going to start with our words. Then we'll move on to our definitions. Then our example sentences. And finally, pictures to help us remember the vocab words we're learning. So word number 1 is adapt. The definition for adapt is to fit into. Our example sentence is it's important that we are able to adapt to new circumstances at this time. So what does this mean? It's important that we are able to adapt to new circumstances at this time. Things are different. We're doing online learning, so we have to adapt. We have to fit into the new circumstances. A good picture for the word adapt is we have several arrows going in one direction, but our circumstances have now changed to online learning, so we have to adapt, go a different way to learn with the new style of learning. These are supposed to be arrows, but they're not very good. That's okay. So we are to adapt. So that picture is a good way to help you remember it. Word number 2 is adhere, which means to stick to. An example sentence for adhere is, I will adhere to the rules. So what does that mean? I will stick to the rules. I will adhere to the rules at hand. So there's new rules for online learning. I will adhere to those rules. And a good picture to help us remember adhere is to draw a little thing of glue. So just imagine Elmer's glue, and glue can help us remember to adhere to something. Some of you are artists. That's great. I'm not, so bear with my pictures. Number 3, annex, means to add or join. An example sentence for annex is, they were building an annex to the building. They were building an annex to the building. So they were adding an addition to the building. They were building an annex to add or to join. So our picture for number 3 will be a big building and then a smaller building being attached to that as the annex to add or to join. Okay, I'll give everybody a second. Again, if you need to pause the video to catch up, that is totally fine. Just be sure to restart it when you're ready to keep going. We have 2 more words left. Number 4 is attract, which means to draw near. An example sentence for attract would be number 4, a positive attitude can attract good friends. So what does that mean? That means the more positive our attitude is, the more likely people are to draw near to us, to attract to us. And a good picture to help us remember attract would be a little magnet. So if you could just draw a little magnet near your picture, near your number 4, that can help you remember that attract means to draw near, just like magnets attract to each other. Okay, we're on to our last word, number 5, affect. And the meaning of affect is have an effect on, or to make a difference to. Difference to. That's a D. Sorry, I just kind of messed up writing that. Have an effect on or make a difference to. A example sentence for affect is who you spend time with has an effect on your attitude. So, what does that mean? Who you spend time with has an effect on your attitude. The people you're around can affect the way that you feel and think. The picture for number 5. Now, a lot of people get the word affect and effect confused. They are very similar, but for our little picture, to help us remember the difference between the two, we're going to draw this little cute ghost man. And for affect, we're going to have rain falling around him. The rain falling around him affects him. But in this next picture, we are going to have our little ghost man, and the rain is raining on him. See, we're getting all over the ghost man, and that affects him because now he is wet, and that affects him. So affect, the rain around him affects him, but getting wet affects him. So I know that can be a little confusing. If you have any questions about any of these words, feel free to reach out to your teacher, and we will answer them as your questions come. Thank y'all.